2024 is over and this is 2025. A lot of us, we didn't actually have a good 2024. The funny thing is, you are good at what you do. You are a good software developer, you're a good data analyst, you're a good product designer. But you didn't really get that break you have been wishing to get in 2024. I have 3 tips, very important tips that I want you to hear before you go into 2025. So first of all, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and my New Year's present to you all listening to me. Now, 3 tips on becoming better in 2025, and the first tip is reflection. You're gonna reflect on your 2024. You're going to reflect on what you did. What actually did you do right? What actually did you do wrong? And because I know most of us, we are professionals in our jobs, in whatsoever we do. You're good in coding, you're good in designing, you're good in analyzing. We're good software developers, good UI UX designer. But one thing is that you find it hard to get gigs, and when you get gigs, you're gonna find cheap gigs. Why? The funny thing is that you are very good at what you do. Now you're gonna look at what you did wrong and what you did right, and those things that you did well, that you did right, you're gonna be intentional. Okay, you're gonna be intentional with those things that you did right in 2024 and make it your lifestyle in 2025. Be intentional about the right things and make it your lifestyle. That's for one. Now, number two is consistency. Make sure you are consistent in whatsoever you have been doing. You're a web developer. Be consistent. Have time to study, have time to rehearse, have time to just sit down, quiet time, and all that you've been doing, all you've been learning, keep growing, and keep growing. And now the third tip, which is not the last tip, it's the third but not the last. I have more tips for you guys. But this is the third tip for today. Now the third tip is make sure you pray. Make sure you always commit your day into the hands of God. Make sure you commit your job, everything you're doing, into the hands of God, because it's only God that can give you help. There are many of us, we have 6 years experience, but we are still in the market looking for a job. And there are those that just have 1 year experience and they're working in big companies like Google. And you now start taking them as, that's our big man in the industry, it's our big boy in the tech industry, and he just entered into tech last year. And you have been in tech since 6 years now, but you're still doing cheap gigs. One thing you need is prayers. You commit yourself, commit your job, commit your things into the hands of God, and you have to pray for favor, grace, and mercy in 2025. You have to pray for favor, grace, and mercy. Many of us tech systems, we don't believe in God, we don't believe in prayer. Please take off that mindset. That should be 2024's mindset. In 2025, we are going to be relying on God's favor and grace. There are a lot of gigs out there. There are a lot of opportunities out there. Now we're going to be praying for favor. We pray for mercy, and we pray for the grace of God. God's going to favor us with connections, because connections are in the hands of God. So those are the 3 tips I have for you in 2025. Make sure you are intentional about these 3 tips. Follow these tips and you see how your life is going to turn around in 2025. Ciao.